Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Time to take that walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. I do appreciate it. Today's beer comes from Karl Strauss Brewing Company. They're out in California. This is their 9 Bonfires Blazing Golden Stout. Guys, I've had golden stouts before and they don't do a whole lot for me. They're not that thick, dark, chewy type of beer, but we're going to reserve judgment. I hope this one blows me away. This one I got from Servo Liquors out in San Diego. Donovan and the guys out there, if you're in the San Diego area, stop by and see them. Tell them I said hello. And if you're not, get on their website, craftcity.com, and check them out. All right, let's get into this beer here. It's a 7.5%er. And it is a stout, but it is a light golden stout. Untapped has it at 25 IBUs, and we don't have a commercial description on Untapped or on Beer Advocate. So, we've got all the information we need. I'll check for a date when I come back. It's sweating now, so I can't see anything. I'll check the label real quick and see. It says Happy Holidays from all of us here in California. Drink good beer from here. And I don't see anything else prominent on here other than the alcohol and the government warning. So, let's get it opened up and get it into the glass. This is a big 22-ounce bomber, enough to share. Little bit of hiss, little tiny bit of smoke coming out. And it being a 7.5, let's go down the center here. It doesn't look like it's producing much of a head. Alright, we're going to save the other half there for the other half. That's all I'm going to pour, about a half finger of head. Looks like a pale ale or an IPA here, guys. Not characteristic for what a typical stout looks like. So let's get it to the nose. It smells a little like a lager, guys. It's a little grassy, a little grainy. And that's about what I am getting from that, guys. It doesn't have the dark roast aroma. It smells like a lager to me, guys. I'll be straight up honest with you. Does not look or smell like a stout. A little bit of coffee notes in there. So, grassy, grainy, little coffee. Well, let's dive in and see what we got. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Donovan and all the guys at Servo Liquors. Very thin. A little watery. Coffee is the most pronounced thing that I'm getting. Tastes like a coffee lager. If I was blindfolded, I would think this was some kind of coffee infused lighter beer, lager, pale ale. The grassy, grainy notes give it away as far as a pale ale, but it does have coffee, a nice coffee presence to it. So, kind of like an oddball as far as I'm concerned. These golden lagers are kind of odd to me. when they're not using a dark malt, chocolate malt or rich roasted malt. It kind of tends to be a little lackluster in the mouthfeel and the taste. I mean, when I think of stout, I think of a dark roast malt, and the lighter malts do not give me that or produce that. So it tastes like a coffee infused lighter beer. So they've used, it doesn't tell us, but they've used a lot lighter, maybe a crystal malt or something like that to brew the beer. So I don't see how they would want to call it a stout. Doesn't look like it and doesn't taste like it to me, guys. So as much as I hate to say that, and I'm not going to. I'm just going to wait till I finish it and come back. But right now, it's probably not something I would seek out unless you're just afraid of dark beers and you want to taste something that maybe has some coffee notes in it. And this one does. So, well, let me let it warm up, pour her a glass and sip on it for a little bit and see what we end up with. All right, guys, I'm back. Got just a tad left here. I've been sipping on it for a while now. These golden stouts just do not do it for this guy. I'm not afraid of the dark. I like the dark roasted malt. I like that nice, thick, chewy chocolate molasses flavor that I get with those styles of beer. And when I try one of these, it just feels like I'm getting cheated. If you can't stand to look at a dark beer, a porter, or a stout, maybe this is something you should try if you want to get into a golden stout. Golden stouts just don't work for this guy. Give me the dark beer and let me enjoy the rich roasted malt and the bittersweet chocolate and the black dark molasses and maybe some dark fruits going along with that, instead of an imitation beer like this to me. Very nice coffee notes, and that's the only thing positive that I can say about this beer. It does have some nice coffee notes. Other than that, does not work for me. So let's do the final chug on this one. I looked at the bottle, couldn't find any kind of vintage or date on it. Another reason why I probably would not purchase this beer. Just not in. I've had several golden stouts now, and they just don't work for me. They just do not. Not what I'm looking for in a stout, and not what I'm looking for when I'm looking to buy a stout. So, as far as I'm concerned, this one does not work. Guys, to me, I'm gonna give this a 5. It's an A. It's a B minus. I'm gonna give it an 80. That's where I'm gonna put this. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 3.54, which is their B range. Over to Untapped, they say 3.88, which is their B plus range. So we got a little bit of difference there. B minus from me, B from Beer Advocate, and B plus from Untapped. So make your own decision, guys. If you can't fathom drinking a dark beer, it looks like motor oil, and you want to try a stout, and I use that word stout loosely on this beer here. I really don't even consider it a stout. I mean, that's where I'm going to leave it. It just, golden stouts, I do not consider stouts. It has a nice coffee flavor, and that's about it. And if it hadn't infused it with coffee, it wouldn't work at all. It would probably even get a C or maybe even a D. So, doesn't work for me, Mr. Karl Strauss Brewing. So maybe it'll work for you. Don't base it on what I say. Pick one up, give it a try, see what you think. And if you've had it, let me know what you think. And until we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.